not that prepared for the negotiations and for the decision making that you've got to be able to make just one after the other so quick in a very, very high stress environment.
So I've said this story before. I felt like I was almost over prepared for this thing. I was really ready to like get it over with. It's super, and really I went into the mindset of, I want to enjoy this experience. This is a once in a lifetime experience, and I really want to enjoy the experience. I felt like I'd totally prepared for it. I was not nervous about it. As being an entrepreneur and having a variety of experiences beforehand, I probably just had a better set of life experiences to be before it. But the day of the shoot, I had several people ask me if I was nervous. Now, maybe appeared that I was nervous, but I remember that people are asking, "Are you nervous?" And I just thought that's a really terrible thing to be asking.
Yeah, not helpful at all.
Yeah, but it didn't bother me because I actually found it sort of funny. But you're standing in front of these doors about to go open, and there's a guy to my left who is sort of, he's got an earpiece, and he'll say, "I'm going to count you down, and then when the doors open, just go through." And so we're 5 minutes out. We're all waiting. I'm there. I've got Santa and Mrs. Claus, the real Santa, and the real Mrs. Claus right behind me. And then I've got actually two people from EO Fort Worth, Jeremy Brandt and John Cornelison, are my mascots. They flew out there to support me and be on the show with me. And they're behind me, and then 20 Santas behind them, or 20 Santas are in the waiting room to come out in a second. And then this guy says, doors open, whatever. And he leans in and says, "Are you nervous?" And I thought it was really funny. So I leaned back to him and I said, "I am freaking out." And I tell you, I think that he almost wet himself right then, because he literally went into, he was like, "Are you serious?" And his eyes bulged up, and I told him, "Man, I'm just kidding. I am totally fine. I'm ready to go." And so then the doors open and you march down. But so in terms of back to that question about making split-second decisions, and really, I think it has to do with preparation about it, that I was prepared for the situation, and that gave me and had this mindset of wanting to enjoy the situation, enjoy the experience. They do a great job of funneling your vision. You're on the carpet, and your field of view is just the sharks. Everything else is, you're in this huge studio the size of a football field, but it doesn't, when you're there, it looks like you're in an office, and you can't see all the cameras are all hidden or high, and it's all dark where all the people are. So you can't see them. And so that's outside of the view. So it really does seem like it's you and the 5 sharks. And for my case, 20 other Santas, but that made it, I think they do a good job of that, because I think if you were in front of 10,000 people and you saw them all, that would probably make it a more nerve-wracking experience. But I think the preparation, particularly for the negotiating, they weren't the terms of the negotiating weren't going to be outside of my ability to understand them. And I felt like if I controlled the room well enough, I would be controlling the negotiating and where we were going with that.
That's cool. It's a fascinating story, because we see, as you said, we see the 8 minutes, and that's it. And people either make a deal or they go down in flames. But we don't see the other 40 minutes of stuff that's filmed, and all the preparation that goes in ahead of time, and all of the audition stuff, and then all the work that goes in afterwards. And so it's kind of interesting to hear all of the decisions that are having to be made. And, I like what you said about preparation, because it showed, you can tell when people haven't prepared, they just get chewed up. Hey, Mitch, thanks for talking with us. So Mitch, before we get off, let us know how we can hire Santa.
Yeah, thanks. You can always go to www.HireSanta.com there, but you can also follow us on Instagram at HireSanta. And of course, you can reach out to us through that channel as well.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Decidedly. I hope you enjoyed our conversation with Mitch and learned a thing or two. I know I definitely did. If you did, give us a 5-star review on iTunes. It helps us out, and it helps people find the show and defeat bad decision-making in their own lives. If you didn't like the show, well, a lump of coal is coming in your stocking this year because we're kind of close with Santa now. Check us out on decidedlymoney.com, Facebook, Instagram. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.